Okay, this is my picture, actually, Blooper Bunny. Boy, I don't know how people do it. It's very hard to do like little DVD commentaries on your own film because like I work so hard on this. But these are all the fake magazine covers celebrating Bugs Bunny's 51st and a half anniversary with, there's the marquee stating same. It's a fake film within the film is what it is. So we started with a very conventional, it's an old stalling tune there, very conventional, slowed down version of it. We had a full orchestra doing this, by the way. And, you know, everyone's very happy and chummy and everything because that's what a lot of the use of the characters was like at the time. You know, licensing and publicity like to have them all smiling and happy. And, you know, we used the blooper idea, the idea of outtakes, to show what they were really like. But we weren't trying to get them different from what they were like. We felt that, like, they've sort of been bland recently, the characters, and we actually used the outtake idea to try to get them back to what we thought they were really like, which was sort of openly hostile to one another. That's comedy, though, you know. Here's Bugs rehearsing his line, his one line that you just saw him read. Now, this shot, this is a minute and a half single take, which is a very unnatural thing to do in animation, moving in perspective. And we tried very hard to, you know, it's a combination of computer and cell, but actually it's all painted. Every one of these things is painted, every frame. You know, the catwalk is painted, the cake had to be painted, it's on ones. You know, it was insane, but all the moves were sort of figured out by a computer. I co-directed this with a guy named Terry Lennon who liked this little guy with the plant walking through. I think we were thinking of an Ethel Mertz episode of I Love Lucy, actually. Elmer's still bald after all these years.
Wise, and the minoxidil method.
Boy, this take was an insane thing to do. Here it is, it's still a minute and a half, still going. It's sort of unnatural to do in the cartoon because in a cartoon, there's like a cut every frame. If you shoot on ones, it's like you restage each thing. So cuts are more natural to animation, I think, somehow. So it was weird trying to come up with ways to keep the camera moving like it was accidentally photographed, you know?
It's just, Warner Brothers doesn't have an original bone in it.
Okay, people, places. Okay.
Here's the first of the out-and-out outtakes. We were actually trying to get some sense of spontaneity in the cartoons, you see? So we had the same animation each time lead into a new outtake, and a different animator would pick up where Doug Compton's animation left off. Doug Compton animated almost all the cartoon. He animated that whole dance from beginning. He's like a great, great animator, like organic animator. But anyway, there's a new animator here. In other words, it starts out with Compton stuff, and then we just hook in a new animator. And although Terry did excellent character poses, and, you know, we wanted it a little loose. We thought there'd be a little variation each time, and it was interesting to have a different animator pick up on the scene. The first thing where the record skips is by Nelson Rhodes. The second one is by Russell Calabrese, who became a outstanding Pinky and the Brain director, and then there are a couple cane tosses there from Larry Ruppel. See, that's the trouble. I made the film, and I just want to credit everybody that worked on it because I appreciate all the work they did on it so much. And I'm not kidding. Nancy Beeman animated this. It's great. Now, Jeff Bergman did all the voices, with the exception of the voiceover director, who was an actual voice coach. He was Mel Blanc's voice coach. I'd seen him work with lesser actors and get impatient, not with Mel, but with other actors. And he'd get, you know, I just wanted him to do that again. You know, it was just fun to hear him yell at voice actors. Here's really slow here. Daffy doesn't come out at all.
Yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute.
A toilet gag. Well, I think that's the first. In the Warner Brothers cartoon, it's like Archie Bunker material or something. But, you know, the funny thing is, we didn't come up with the idea that that's why he was late coming out until after we'd animated it already. And then we just put in the sound effect. And this voice of Jeff Bergman's going, just a minute, which we actually caught off mic.
For shame.
That's the whole crew doing reactions.
Ammunition on a movie set.
Well, I thought it would be a great big but
I wrote this scene here.
51.5 years of twine. I find we blasted you.
It's sort of like a homage, sort of Maltese, Jones, duck season, rabbit season stuff, but it's without the fantasy gunplay. It's like with the camera cutting instead.
Desecrated the spirit of show business make-believe by using real bullets.
It's like cut, no, don't cut, cut, no, we're trying for the same rhythms.
Stupid thing, take your little prop gun and stick to the script. Cut. No, don't cut. And another thing, expect a call from my attorneys about this unfortunate incident. And brother, when they call, you'd better... now...
We were trying to get back, basically, to, the rudeness, maybe, of the earlier cartoons. And, we weren't trying to stray from the characters at all. In fact, we were trying to make them, if anything, more true to themselves. I think a lot of people that do the outtakes gags now, like you see them on Cartoon Network, and I know Pixar does some all the time, they like the idea of seeing the characters out of character. But frankly, we thought like the characters were already out of character enough decorating lampshades or whatever, so we just wanted to see them be funny.
Great timing on that coming out of the cake thing, Sam, but it seems a little, unenthusiastic. Remember your motivation. It's Bugs Bunny's birthday. Everyone's happy. It's a big celebration. Is there some problem with that?
Well, this is animated by Doug Compton again, who did the whole dance. He animated, I don't know, about 70% of the picture, it seems like. He's a real organic, great animator. It's like natural. I don't know, like a fake smile, that big fake smile.
Fine. Swell. Yeah, very good.
But I hate rabbits.
The funny thing is one of the writers on this is sort of a group effort, as something like this should be, I think. It was Ronnie Scheib, who now writes for Variety, and it just struck me as funny that all those fake magazine covers at the opening of the picture, one of them's a parody of Variety called Vacuity. I wonder if they saw that at Variety. I certainly didn't give enough credit to my co-director, Trey Lennon, here, but it's difficult because we worked so well together. We were like of one mind through the whole production. Boy, this was hard to do, trying to get the point of view of a camera rocking from the camera's point of view and then falling over. There's a light reflection, but that was pretty good. Ken Steitzer did that light reflection. Nancy Beeman animated that low angle on Bugs. No one else could get that right. It's perfect, too. It's quite good.
Well, you low-down, flop-eared son of a...
Ronnie wrote these series of odd curses that Sam says.
An ornery, no-account, long-eared varmint? Well, you carn-sarn idiot rabbit.
We had to have That's All, folks, at the end, even though it's supposed to look like footage from the cutting room floor, so we just put it on the leader.